Generally, CLIL and EMI are both seen as controversial subjects. 58% of people believe that it's a controversial area. Nobody says it's a bad area, but it's controversial. Parents and the public tend to see disadvantages as being that the teachers may not have the levels of language, that the students may not have the levels of language, that because they're learning a subject through English, it's much more difficult. Some people say it's like if you learn in your own language, it's watching a colour television with high definition and high quality sound. Whereas if you're learning through English, it's like a black and white television where the image is blurred and the sound system is very old. And that adds another requirement, another obstacle. Another point, and one of the most important points, I think, is that it's not just subject and language. It's not just content and the tool. It's teaching methodology. And I think this is the third element that nobody talks about. And one of the things I've found in my time in Kazakhstan, because my first visit here was to inspect teacher training projects, is that a lot of teachers are not given teacher training methodology. They are graduates in the language or in the subject, and they're put straight into the classroom. And I think the biggest area that I have found, my previous visit and this visit, is that teachers are saying, we know the language, we're experts in the subject, but we don't know how to teach it. And CLIL and EMI both have very, very different methodologies to normal teaching at universities. Well, I think you can adapt EMI to the Kazakh region. I think you have an advantage in that you are already a multilingual country. Because you have Kazakh, you have Russian, you have Uzbek, you have Korean, you have Uyghur languages. So it's already a multinational country. In fact, yesterday I was in the State Museum and discovered that the first line of the president's speech when he took office was to say, I promise to serve the people of the multinational country of Kazakhstan. So you have an advantage in that you recognize multilingualism. I think you also have an advantage because it's a young country, and therefore there is energy and there is investment in taking education through to open Kazakh to the world. And I think by using EMI, you do several things. One is you open the world to Kazakh students because they can then go and study and work in other countries if they have studied English. The second thing is you open Kazakhstan to the world in that people can come to Kazakh universities and study subjects through English, so you can attract international students. I think that's a major thing that would be an advantage for Kazakhstan.